guys, it's Intuitive 144. My curls died. I just have bad hair, bad skin, bad every freaking thing. Like, I'm telling you guys, I really try to be presentable, but then look, I mean, I literally curled my hair 30 minutes ago. I know I'm being so insecure right now, right? But you guys have seen me look crazier. So I'm going to be this sounds crazy. I mean, all of this is crazy. Hearing spirits, you know, them giving me visions, me walking up to strangers, giving them messages, and being accurate. All of this is weird to me. I'm not that comfortable with this gift yet. I can't lie. And everything that I'm about to get into is it's not gonna take my credibility away, but what I'm about to say is going to have you guys question everything. If you're already not doing that, you know, let's get started. So Mansa Musa. All right, if you don't know who he is, oh, I didn't even, $20 for a picture reading, $50 for a 30-minute reading, and $100 for an hour. I'm about to get rid of the $20 picture readings. August 1st is going, bye-bye. So make sure you take advantage. Mansa Musa, please do your research on him if you don't know who he is. I don't feel like explaining. One of the people say the richest black man ever, in my opinion, from what I'm about to get into. This is going to go against every grain, but here we go. And I'm going to be inserting pictures. So Mansa Musa, this took me about two days to meditate on his energy. I really didn't get much messages from him. Hopefully spirit guides me so we can make this video a little longer. So spirit showed me a vision of what looked to be the Taj Mahal. I'm like, the Taj Mahal is in India. And then I started, you know, getting a little frustrated with them because I just felt like spirit was playing with me. So I opened my eyes and I sucked my teeth. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do him. Let me try to tap into freaking Keisha Cole or somebody. Like I'm not that gifted yet to be going all the way back, right? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm getting frustrated. I'm really getting frustrated because I'm like, that's in India. He lived in Africa. Why are you showing me that? About 10 minutes later, because sometimes I do curse spirits out. I definitely do. Oh my God, my curls. I definitely curse spirits out. And so I'm getting frustrated, and you know, I'm getting frustrated, blah blah blah. And did I skip a page? Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry. So I'm getting frustrated with them, and about 10 minutes later they tell me to look up Africa and India, like compare the destination, like, you know, the two destinations. And I'm like, whatever. So I do it, right? And I'm going to be inserting the picture right here. So as you can see, the earth, you know, I think it's pronounced tectonic plates weren't disconnected yet. This was when everything was connected with each other. Now, this is kind of quite, I don't know why they gave me this, because when I looked up how many years ago did when did the tectonic plate shift, Google says what, 8 million years ago. And I'm like, I don't know if it was 8 million years ago, because allegedly spirit said, you know, Google, I'm sorry, because they're speaking to me. Google says that Mansa Musa was born in 1331. So I'm just like, are they just giving us BS numbers? I don't know. This makes me question. I'm already questioning things, but this really makes me question everything, you know. Let me stop rocking back and forth. So that was interesting. That was interesting. Then I heard, well, like a being planted this in my head. They told me not to believe in fallacies and that I'm judging based off what I've been taught in school and, you know, this 3D life, right? Spirit said, this wasn't even a spirit, this was a being. This being said he owns more than one can imagine. Now, you know, when we look at Jeff Bezos, we're like, how is it possible to be that rich? But it's possible, right? But I guess the idea of someone owning India and Africa sounds out of reach. But I guess it's not. Because it's kind of like we have billionaires now, but back then they had billionaires as well, and that was their way, as Spirit just said, yes, that was their way of, like, we can look up, I'm sorry I keep repeating myself, but I'm just trying to make a connection, so sometimes I repeat things. Like Bill Gates, he's worth like what, 200 billion? That sounds crazy, right? But it's like back then, around Mansa Musa's era, he was worth 200 billion as well. So it's kind of like different centuries, whatever, same thing, if that makes sense. Then they said his kingdom included India as well. All right, then they showed me gold nuggets were everywhere. Something with gold nuggets, really interesting. Now this is when, yo, this is crazy, like, this is freaking nuts. I need everyone to start meditating, because the things that I see, it's like you're only gonna understand if you meditate. And sometimes when you meditate, you'll probably never see what I see. But just the fact that they put certain things in my head is really Spirit just said rewarding, but no, I was gonna say scary. All right, so they showed me this. I know you're like, girl, what is this? But this was Mansa Musa. Let me explain. He was a person, but back then, it feels like, and that's my chair, it feels like people, like when people drew him, they added wings. Wings was a sign of like something with like being a god, or being like something with a hierarchy. All right, and they drew the wings on him. Okay, so speaking of that, and I'm gonna insert a picture. Let me just write this down so I know when to write it. I mean, to put it in the video. So I'm gonna insert a picture. All right, so I'm gonna insert a picture of what I've seen in meditation. All right, so there was writing all over walls and rocks of him, very similar to the Egyptian hieroglyphics. All right, Spirit said nobleman. And it feels like he was genuinely loved. Now, this is how they allowed me to see how he operated. Let's say you own Disney, right? And there's a headquarters in every state. You are a boss that everybody loves. You make sure people are paid their worth. You just make sure everybody's, you know, everyone's bills are paid. Like, you don't, you know, fire people just because, like, you're a great boss. It feels like he was that, but he had help, and it feels like everybody had their own headquarters. Everybody had their own office, because how could you be in Mali controlling Guinea, you know, India? Like, how, you know, you can't be everywhere at once. So he had, you know, great people looking out for him. Very well-respected man is what they told me. All right, now, this is interesting. So they showed me one of his daughters was albino. And he spent most of his time being confused about that. He didn't know how to take that. You know, he's like, is she a god? Why did she come out this way? Did one of my wives cheat on me? Why is she looking like this? Okay, but it wasn't a let me dismiss you. It was more so of a let me try to figure this out, you know, figure you out. And that really amazes me, because we have came a long way. Like, now we're aware of autism, schizophrenia, ADHD, OCD, and there's so many layers to OCD. We're aware of so many things now. And it's like back then, like, Like me back then, especially around like this was the Salem, Massachusetts era, I would have been killed, you know, because I would have been labeled as a witch. You get what I'm saying? So we came a long way, and I think we're entering in an energy where people are learning slash starting to be more receptive and open with different possibilities and understanding that we're all a little bit wrong sometimes, and we're, you know, trying to, okay, I'm drifting off. This is not even, but yeah, that's all I picked up on for Mansa Musa. Pretty interesting, right? Pretty interesting, pretty interesting. Look at all the paper. That's my dog snoring in the back. All the paper I used. Thank you, Miss Dorian. She sent me a $25 Amazon gift card. I got some pens and some more paper. I think I run through 400 pages of paper every 4 weeks. That's a lot of paper. So shout out to Miss Dorian. Women have always paved the way. Women have always helped me. So grateful, so grateful, so grateful. I know it wasn't much from this reading. I know that's a little disappointing, but I cannot lie to you. If I only see two things, then I only see two things. All right, thank you guys so much for the support. $20 for a picture reading, $50 for a 30-minute reading, and $100 for an hour. Oh, and I'm getting rid of the $20 picture reading, so take advantage. Bye.